Has the Nigerian Civil War really ended? And is it true that northern Nigeria can never vote for an Igbo man simply because of history? That's the bold statement recently attributed to Ruben Abati of Arise News, and today we're unpacking it factually, calmly, and without bias. Good day, everyone. Welcome to Oge's Current Affairs Corner, where we dive deep into Nigerian politics with clarity and context. To sum it up, Mr. Ruben Abati reportedly said, "The Nigeria Civil War has not ended, and for that reason, the people of northern Nigeria cannot choose an Igbo man at the ballot box." It's a powerful, even painful statement, but let's ask, what does it really mean? And is it true? First, some background context. The Nigerian Civil War, also known as the Biafran War, was fought between the government of Nigeria and the secessionist state of Biafra, led by Lieutenant Colonel Odumegu Ojukwu, largely representing the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria, but also the southern parts of the country. The war was brutal, with an estimated 1 to 3 million deaths, mostly from starvation due to blockade. Although it formally ended in 1970, with General Gowon's famous "No Victor, No Vanquished" declaration, the psychological, political, and ethnic scars have persisted. Now, to the facts. As I mentioned, the Nigerian Civil War ended in 1970 with General Gowon's famous "No Victor, No Vanquished" declaration. But we can assume that Ruben Abati isn't speaking just literally. He's speaking symbolically. And in that sense, does the war still haunt us? The answer, yes, to a degree. This claim is expressing that the psychological and political wounds of the war still shape national attitudes and behaviors, especially in politics and inter-ethnic trust. There is evidence to support this claim. 55 years later, we still see continued marginalization narratives among Igbos, the failure of a major Igbo presidential candidate to win national support, despite large support in the southeast, example PeterObi in 2023, recurring secessionist agitations, example IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu, MASSOB, perceived or actual exclusion from federal appointments, infrastructure or resource allocations, and suspicion between regions. So while the guns have gone silent, the grievances are very much alive. It's a rhetorical way of saying the impacts of the war still linger, but legally and historically, the war did end in 1970. But what about the second part of Abati's claim, that northerners cannot vote for an Igbo man? This implies first, a collective memory or grudge in the north against the Igbo due to the war, and second, that ethnic loyalty or historical suspicion trumps national unity at the ballot box. But let's test that against the evidence. In the 2023 elections, PeterObi, a major Igbo candidate, performed strongly in the southeast and parts of the south-south. But in northern Nigeria, although he recorded pockets of victory in some northern states, support in the north was minimal. Was that because he's Igbo, or because of party dynamics, religion, or campaign strategy? That's the real question. Bola Tinubu and Atiku Abubakar, Yoruba and Fulani respectively, dominated in the north. Having said that, let's also look at the counterpoints. 1. Nigeria has had Igbo individuals in high federal positions, example, ministers, central bank governors, military chiefs. 2. Many northerners have business and cultural ties with the southeast. 3. Electoral behavior is influenced by party alliances, patronage networks, religion, not just ethnic war memory. It can be said that voter patterns often follow ethno-religious lines. We saw that in the 2023 elections with the Muslim tickets. But it's not ethnicity and religion alone that determine votes. Let us remember, in 1999 and 2003, Olusegun Obasanjo, a Yoruba man, won huge support from the north. Why? Because alliances were built, trust was established, and interests aligned. It's also about coalitions, narratives, and national strategy. The idea that northerners cannot vote for an Igbo man may be an overgeneralization, not a hard truth. There's no official policy or mass political stance in the north against voting for Igbos, but perceptions of political trustworthiness, loyalty to Nigeria, or historical resentment may play a role. So where do we land? The civil war is over, but its shadows remain. There may be mistrust, even bias in parts of Nigeria. But to say that an entire region cannot vote for an able candidate, that's a sweeping claim and not supported by facts or political history. The door isn't shut, but to open it, we need reconciliation, coalition building, and a candidate that speaks to the entire nation. What do you think? Is Nigeria still fighting an invisible war? Or are we finally ready to move forward together? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, share, and subscribe for more sharp and honest analysis right here on Ogeji's Current Affairs Corner.